Horsing Around, brought to you by Roy Fry Western Lifestyles, dressing Northeast Kansas their Western best for over 57 years.
Good morning and welcome to the show. Genna, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, we're coming into fall, soon be winter. How are we going to maintain body health for our horses?
Fall is the best time of the year to deworm your horse. Of course, we encourage deworming all year round, but in the fall, we want to get rid of those tapeworms that are hard to get rid of. We want to clean them out before the winter so that we can start the new year fresh. And this is the time to do it. We want to use a prosaquanil type of dewormer that gets rid of the botfly eggs, those little specks you see on kind of the insides of their legs, outsides of their legs. We want to get rid of those, and we want to get rid of those tapeworms, especially this time of year.
And how do we tell if we need to do it? Or are you just saying we should do it no matter what?
We're always going to encourage a consistent deworming schedule. But if you have concerns that your horse has worms, you might want to take a fecal sample into your vet and have it tested. Looking at your horse, you can see, if a wormy horse is going to have loose top line flesh and they're going to have a large gut on them. Now, a large gut can sometimes come from a high fiber diet, like if they've been out on a round bale, but sometimes it can be from worms too. And horses don't store fat in their stomachs. They're not like us, but they do store the worms in that gut, and that's what we want to get rid of. And we don't want them to lose further condition when it's cold out and they're burning more energy.
So when we talk about fecal sample, are we talking a medium-sized sample or just a small
That's
sample?
Up to your vet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll determine how much he wants. So you can bring a grocery sack in and set it on his desk and go sample this.
If you want to be an overachiever like that, that's fine.
Okay, so how do we score the body score for horses? Because we talk about cattle a lot on the show, and we did talk about body score index on cattle midsummer. But let's talk about it in equine coming into the winter.
Yeah, and that's a great idea because this furry, winter coat that they're going to have is going to hide, their ribs that are visible maybe during the summer with their sleek coat. Horses and cattle are kind of similar. A thin horse and a thin cow, you're going to see their ribs, you're going to see the vertebrae on their top, you're going to see that definition in their shoulder blades, you can see their bones, their face will be hollowed out, all the way to a very obese horse that has a cresty neck, kind of similar to like a pony. If you poke above their tail head, it's going to feel almost like jello. It's going to kind of ripple. And they might have fat pads that look like mashed potatoes down their sides. And we want to steer clear of that because that's the next step to a metabolic problem. And we have feeds for that. Nutrition-wise, you can really do a lot for a metabolically challenged horse. But we want to keep them around that 5 to 6 range where you can't see their ribs, but you can feel them if you run your hand alongside them.
I mean, playing catch-up during the winter is probably difficult if you've got a horse that's body scoring kind of low and you need to catch up a little bit coming in the winter. I'm assuming that it's probably hard to play catch-up.
Well, they catch up a lot easier in the spring when the grass is green. You just have to limit that exposure to that green grass. And in the fall, you also have to watch their forage intake. After it freezes, the sugar goes up into the plant. And if they're grazing outside, if you do have any forage left, which a lot of us don't right now, but if you do, you have to be careful of that the carbs and sugars in that. But it is a good time, anytime's a good time to play catch up. I wouldn't say hold off and wait to feed them till the spring. So we'll just try and, if they're poor, just go ahead and feed them whenever.
Perfect. If you have a question for Genna, go to our website, which is agamaKansas.com. Click the Contact Us button, fill out the form, and I'll get the information to Genna, and we'll come on camera and we'll answer your question. It's good to see you.
You too.